for a text back that you probably won't receive? Are you tired of waiting for him to see what a good woman that you are? Are you tired of falling and slipping into situationships? Well, ladies, you are at the right place. Help me help you get out of situationships and end up in a beautiful relationship with a man who worships the ground you walk on. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie, for those of you who don't know me. So today's topic is gonna be on situationships. That's right. Ladies, put on your big girl pants and have a seat, because we're gonna have some real talk today, okay? I got 4 practical tips for you guys to follow on how to avoid situationships. Stay tuned. Tip number 1. You have to know the difference between what are your needs in a relationship and what are your wants. I would want a man that is 6 foot tall with washboard abs and beautiful fluffy pillows as chests. But listen, those are things that I want. Do I need that? No, I can live without a 6 foot tall man with washboard abs and fluffy. Okay, the point is I can live without it, okay? The difference between our wants and needs is our wants are things that it's like the icing on top of a cake. It's not the entire cake. We can live without it, but it would be nice to have it. So the issue happens when we end up in situationships with guys that are just so beautiful. They look like Greek gods. They're pretty to look at, but they got nothing going on in the head or in the heart. My recommendation is to figure out what your wants are and what your needs are. So let's talk about needs. So needs are just beyond what we want in a relationship. These are things that primarily drive us in life. And the question is not about whether we're gonna meet these needs or not. Nope. We're gonna meet those needs, whether we are aware of it or not. The question is, how are we gonna meet those needs? When you know your needs early on, you can tell if a guy is going to meet those needs or not. And if he doesn't meet those needs, drop him. Distinguishing the difference between your wants and needs will make you make sober decisions, okay? It will make you see things from a logical perspective. You won't walk into the situationship or relationship being all drunk and be like,
Oh, it doesn't matter, he's 6 foot tall.
Like, no, you will clearly know what are your needs in a relationship and you can go off that checklist. Tip number 2, people do not change. Say with me, people do not change, okay? Do not, I repeat, do not go into anything romantic with someone thinking that you're gonna magically change them. If a guy smokes cigarettes and you hate cigarettes, he's not gonna quit for you, okay? If a guy says he's not ready for a relationship, you're not gonna change his mind. It does not matter how good of a meal you cook, honey, okay? You are not gonna change his mind. People do not change. The red flags that you ignore at the beginning of the relationship end up being the reason why y'all break up at the end of the relationship. Everyone's red flags are different, so you need to figure out these red flags. They correlate with your needs, okay? So you need to figure out your needs first and foremost, and then that will determine what are red flags to you. And when you see those red flags, girl, don't be blind, okay? Do not ignore it. Tip number 3, communication will set you free, okay? If you guys want a relationship, say that. If you guys want something serious, say that. If you guys don't know how he feels about you, ask him, okay? Do not hold your breath. Do not think that, oh, it's too early on in the relationship, I don't want to scare him off. Like, no, if he's gonna like you, he's gonna like you for you. So don't put up an act so you can be liked. Be yourself. Set your standards. If he's the one for you, he is gonna respect you for you. He's going to respect you for what you say you want to do and what you don't want to do. Now, when you communicate what you want, when you communicate that you want a relationship, some men will be honest. They'll be like, oh, well, I'm just looking for casual sex, honey. Thank you, next. Other men will try to play mind games with you, okay? It might sound somewhere around the lines of,
well, I really like you. You're so beautiful, but currently I'm really busy with work. I just got out of a relationship and I'm not ready. But I really, really like you. I think you're beautiful.
and some of you ladies are gonna be like, oh my god, he really likes me. Okay, now this is when we have to think logically, okay? This is when we have to think practically. All right, we have to use our brain, be rational. We need to not listen to them. We need to watch their actions, because actions speak louder than words. From the evolutionary perspective, men are hunters. If a man is not texting you, calling you, trying to make plans with you, sweating you, understand he ain't feeling you. Good rule of thumb is if he acts like he doesn't care, that means he doesn't care. Okay? Stop making excuses for him. Men are hunters. They're born to hunt. They're born to chase. They like to chase. They like the challenge. So if they're not doing that, well, they might just like you for their free time. So my last advice is, if you guys want a relationship and not a situationship, please hold off on the sex. I'm not trying to shame anyone. If you guys like having sex in the beginning of the relationship, that's fantastic. But for the purpose of not ending up in a situationship, I highly, highly, highly recommend this, because you don't really know the intentions of this man. You really don't. Guys can tell you one thing, but their intentions can be a complete different thing. If you guys have not watched my video, Looks versus Personality, the link is in the description below, and please go check it out. It has great information. But one of the discoveries in that video is that men, they primarily look for, number one ranked, looks and attractiveness. What does that mean? That means that he doesn't care what your favorite color is, okay? He cares what color underwear you're wearing. When you hold off on sex, the bad guys, the ones that had bad intentions, they're gonna be like,
yo, this is too much work. I'm out.
And the ones that stay, they're gonna actually want to stay because they want to get to know you further. Or there may be some bad guys with bad intentions that like a little challenge, okay? But you're gonna make him invest his time, you're gonna make him invest his money, his energy in you. And after that, he's gonna see you more than just a pretty face. He's gonna see you as a person. And because he has invested so much of his time, money, and energy in you, he might just actually want something more with you than what he originally intended. As I've said before, and I'm gonna say it again, men are hunters. They love the chase. They don't like when they get things easily. So the longer you wait off on the sex, the better. If you guys don't have me on Instagram or Snapchat, please add me. It is right there. But yesterday I actually asked questions. A lot of the guys on my Snap and Insta, I asked them, hey, if a girl is looking for a relationship, if that is her desired outcome, which one do you recommend to her? A, tell her that it is okay to have sex earlier on in the relationship if she wants to, or B, hold off on the sex. And about 80% of the guys said hold off on the sex because you don't know the intentions of the guy, and it's a lot more safer and better to hold off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. I hope all the tips and tricks in this video help you guys in the long run. First and foremost, please identify your wants and needs and prioritize on your needs. Second, do not ignore the red flags thinking that he will change, because that is being unrealistic. Third, don't be afraid to articulate your intentions and watch his actions, not his words. And finally, hold off on the sex. Alright guys, like this video if you guys liked it. Comment below some new video ideas. I would love to hear your opinions. Subscribe if you guys want to see your girl again. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Mwah!